It's your boy Slime, Mr. One Shot, One Take. Today I got a good D4VD video for y'all. Some brand new updates that y'all haven't seen anywhere else. So I feel like now that I got a little grasp of what's going on, we got some good facts from the private investigator Steve Fisher, like the last time she was seen alive, you know, things of that nature. So what I did was I took a little time and I researched his TikTok, I researched his SoundCloud. I haven't seen anybody look at his Instagram account yet, which I found a lot of gems on that. I seen a lot of people look at, you know, his Discord convos and stuff, which those are a little hard to read because people could change their names and do stuff like that. But I feel like the Instagram is a little bit more personal. So I didn't go back, you know, 2-3 years. I made, you know, a nice timeline of the facts that we got that has been confirmed thanks to Steve Fisher, the private investigator. Because to be honest, if it wasn't for him, we would have no information on this case besides the little breadcrumbs D4VD left behind. I think the biggest gems is the stuff Steve Fisher said, and y'all gotta pay attention, and I'm gonna break it down for y'all the best way that I can. So up top we got Celeste last seen moments. What's going on? So let's Celeste last seen. We got April 5th, 24. She had a missing persons flyer put up. 9/8/24. She was seen back at her home with her family arguing with her neighbors. Then 1/2/25, Celeste was last seen in a hoodie in David's camera that was later confiscated by the PI. What's going on? She's living now. How you doing? So now that we got a little information to work with, I went from, alright, so she was last seen January 2nd, correct? And I went to January 2nd to when she was found. And, you know, a few months before that. And, you know, just check the timeline out a little bit. And you wouldn't be surprised what I found. But also, shout out to Steve Fisher. He revealed some more news yesterday. And what he said was that he was on Nancy Grace, and Nancy Grace asked him, you know, how was these things paid for, who paid for them, and he ended up saying that they were paid on prepaid debit cards that was bought at Target. Not to mention it was paid by a fake name from a random girl at the house. Now the most important part is, which I wrote down as one of the facts, is when did it come in? You know what I mean? They did a house inspection, he ends up telling Nancy Grace. When did I write it? They did a home inspection January 19, 2025. And this thing, the burn cage or the chainsaw, was not there yet. So y'all think what y'all want to think. So like I said, I seen people go back on his Discord a couple years. But like I said, it's hard to read a little bit in between the lines on that. But now that we got a little better idea on some of the facts on her, I think it's a little easier to go down the timeline. So what I found on him was his Instagram that I haven't seen anybody play with or notice yet. Now this thing was a pain in the butt for me to grab, chat. for some reason, this thing can only be looked at on mobile. So I had to go on my mobile phone and send like 20 screenshots to my Discord just to go live and show you guys this. And it's the only way to look at it, unless you personally just go join his chat and look at it by yourself. But the name of his chat is 4 Heads, which stands for, you know, D4VD, 4 Heads. And he started this channel, which I also think's a little breadcrumb. Like, you're gonna see this guy left a big digital footprint behind. And even Steve Fisher said that with his prepaid cards and, you know, all that stuff. And that's not even a half of it. But anyways, this little group right here has 105,000 members in it, okay? He started this January 13. This group, for some reason, he started it January 13, 2025. Thank you, Why I Killed You TV. I was just watching your lives earlier. It took me forever to put this information together, because for some reason you cannot see this chat room on a web browser, only on your phone. Now, I feel like the information on this Instagram group that he started is a little bit more personal than what he said on Discord. Me, myself, I have a Discord. That's what I'm doing this on. And I know what people do on Discord. They troll, they play around. Now, Instagram, a little more personal. Somebody who lives on the internet, homeschooled, you know what I mean? Does everything he does is on the internet, gaming. You know what I mean? He's gonna leave a digital footprint for sure. So I was like, let me check his Instagram. Since he likes this guy goes out to eat at McDonald's and he's gonna post it. Oh, I'm going to eat at McDonald's. And you know how he likes to leave his little breadcrumbs around and stuff. But hold on, it's gonna get better and better as we go along. I'm trying to feed y'all this a little at a time. So he started this chat at January 13, which I find a little suspect. Celeste last seen January 2nd. And the first thing he says is moo ha 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 ha. Alright, so we're gonna get into that. But before we do, I just want y'all to get the information first. It's 10 seconds of what the PI told Nancy Grace last night. The newest information the PI gave Nancy Grace, and that is when the home inspection happened, there was no burn cage and no chainsaw. Because I want you guys to let that date sit in your head. How there was no burn cage and chainsaw at the house on January 19th. So does that mean it came after that? Did he have the body sitting for that long? February 14, neighbors complain of the smell of decay. 5/16, allegedly seen David's Tesla move up the street. Remember, August 29, the PI told us this himself, a gem from the gods. The PI said, the people who did it, I didn't mean to put David, but the suspects get on the bus, and he says it's more than one person, gets on the tour bus and starts tour after PI said the last people to move up the car up the street and leave. Then we have September 7th, Celeste's body was found unalive. Sorry, that was actually the 8th. Let's go, y'all.
The timeline. Steve Fisher gave us new information. He said on January 19th, the homeowner had a home inspection done, and they took pictures of the whole entire house during that home inspection, and this burn cage wasn't there. And he said the same thing with that chainsaw that he referenced that was brand new and never used. That also wasn't there on January 19th during that inspection. He was unable to pinpoint the exact day or when this was actually ordered, but he knew that it would had to have arrived after January 19th, all the way until the home got raided. And this is something that the cops could probably easily figure out, because Steve Fisher said he was able to figure out the shipper information and all of that. So there's information that could probably be subpoenaed here. Now, on both Nancy Grace and Law and Crime Network, he kept saying that he believes that Celeste could have possibly been gone as early as sometime in January.
Charlie.
That he believes that this could be a possible time frame because of things that were happening around this time. He talked about how David's Tesla was stopped being used in January, but then it was being moved around and parked in different places.
All right, so that's what he told Nancy Grace pretty much yesterday. How these things were bought on Visa cards.
Burn cage.
Played
and
a little
just
earlier.
to remind everybody, this burn cage was not used when Steve Fisher found it, but people like Nancy Grace and things like that feel like there could be some intent behind it if the police can nail down a timeline. Steve Fisher gave us new information. He said on January 19th,
not even 1 million,
home inspection done, and they took pictures of the whole entire house during that home inspection.
Oops, I meant to put a little bit. I'll settle for the silver.
He believes that this burn cage was bought with prepaid gift cards.
This is the part I wanted to show you guys, how this thing was. Tell me this isn't fishy. This thing was bought with prepaid gift cards you buy at Target, given a false name, and sent through DHL.
Visa gift cards that you would go to the store and buy. Which, in my opinion, just shows some weird intent. Because why is this coming in a female's name who doesn't live with David, but they're accepting the package at his residence? Even Steve Fisher confirmed this, that they accepted this package, obviously because it was also in his house, but also using prepaid gift cards to buy it. Seems like they were hoping.
So Nancy Grace was on his ass for that. She's like, you telling me somebody used prepaid gift cards to sign for this package and they didn't go to Home Depot? He's like, yeah, they did. And he's like, who did it? He's like, well, they used a fake name. She's like, a fake name? He said, well, the name was not anybody we know of or anybody living in the house, so it must have been a fake name, and a woman accepted the package. He didn't reveal the name, but y'all get where we coming. We making time. Where we going with this? We making timelines right now. All right? So Steve Fisher has gave us some good information. I gotta say, so far Steve Fisher has told us what? Celeste was last seen in a hoodie on January 2nd, 2025. That was in David's camera, which he had about I think Steve Fisher said over 1,000 photos, a bunch of Celeste, but the last one of her ended roughly on January 2nd for some reason. Never to see again. Come on. He also tells us what? David takes a pic with it. Nope, that we seen that. Random house inspection took place. The bird cage and chainsaw was not there. PI believes it arrived afterwards. So he couldn't tell you when it arrived, but the help he did give us was say, listen, by the home inspection, we didn't see it. That was January 19th. All right? So let's get to the good stuff now, y'all. So like I was saying about this guy David, somebody that grows up on the internet. Me being a content creator, I know how it is. Never mind him being a rapper slash gamer, whatever. You gotta eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff if you want to be successful. You gotta be on every minute, every second. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always be thinking about this. So I just believe that he was always on the internet since he was a little boy. Then he got into the music. He's promoting his music. He's promoting what he's doing with his life. He's not expecting all this to come out so fast. It's all fun and games until you get caught. You know what I'm saying? So I believe if his music also aligns with what he was going through and allegedly Celeste, then I think these fill in the holes. I think I may be able to connect the pieces in this puzzle. Let's look at this stuff, y'all. So 4 heads. He started 4 heads January 13 at 6:24 p.m. Alright, chat? Yeah, Nancy, I love watching her stuff. She be going off on people. I'm gonna even pull this stuff up, his chat on my phone, because it can only be pulled up on the phone. Just so I make sure I don't miss nothing. Alright, so January 13 at 6:24 p.m. He goes, more ha 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 ha. Some evil laugh. Maybe he just finished doing something. Now, let me be honest and get this out the way before we stop. My original thoughts of when this happened was maybe late January. I was thinking maybe January 25. Due to that was the date in the Last Dance video, and he shows it and they go in the store. A couple reasons like that. I seen some other people say they think it was Valentine's Day, which I'm not going to argue. It could have been that too. But now I'm starting to lean on it was early January. I think this happened. And that's just my opinion. I think that made him make the Withered album, which I'm going to show y'all. And we all know what Withered means, right? And then after that, he makes the Marsenses album. Alright? I should have put the dates of when these albums actually came out also. But the Withered album, I just want to show y'all the definition real quick. So he started working on this early January 2025. Maybe December. Like I said, I did my research last night. Went through his TikTok, his Twitter, his Instagram, his SoundCloud, everything but his Discord. So withered can mean a plant dry and shriveled. Some of these definitions had me like, whoa. Wrinkled from age or disease. A plant become dry and shriveled. A person flourishes, fall into decay or decline. Now, also, we got one of his messages on his Twitter. Like I said, I went through all his stuff where he's talking about decay. He just sends out a tweet saying decay. Well, we're going to get into that in a little bit. We're going to connect all these dots. Hold on. Alright. Also, guys, pay attention to this. Look at that PFP, whatever you want to call it, of the group that he made. It's a Hello Kitty being blown up for some odd reason. Yep, digital footprint. Watch this. I'm gonna get on his ass after this live. Everybody else was digging too far back. Nah, I'm going right from when she was last seen. Let's go. And I'm going to show you how this guy might have not been the smartest egg in the omelet. So y'all ready? So he just came out of nowhere. He started his group channel. I've done this before too. He puts this, you got to make your PFP, your avatar. He made this Hello Kitty with the explosion behind. Then he goes, whoa, ha, ha, ha. Y'all ready for the album or what? It's about that time. Okay. So that was the first post of when he opened that group chat. Now let's go to the second. Right after it's about that time. David created a poll. He's got a lot of people in here also. But this could be over time. Like right now, this is all the people that... 3,000 red hearts, 4,000 black hearts, 300 white hearts, it goes on. But he did a poll, who's ready for the album. Now he's talking about the album Withered, the one we just read. To fall into decay or decline. Alright, he's talking about that album. So me and also me. Okay. Next one, January 19. Now, what's good about this stuff is it got the dates and the times on every message. Alright, let's go. I have a mission for you, my loved ones. Since TikTok is back. Hold on. What the heck? Since TikTok is back, go to my TikTok page and use the sound in the latest video I just posted. So as you can see, he's using his Instagram and his Twitter to promote his album. Now he's promoting the album Withered because he just started working on the album Withered in early January. Alright? Now, the song he just played that he's telling everybody to go share is One Last Dance. When he's putting the alleged body in the trunk. Ain't that a little coincidental? So he said, I think it's time for some beautiful beauty. Let's do it, team. Love ya. NWA. What features y'all think are on the album? So like I said, he's working on the album Withered. Alright, let's see what else he said over here. I was just seeing if there's anything else I want to show you. Notice on all his accounts, the last thing he posted was his deluxe Marcia Senses. So the album Withered came out first. Y'all already seen what Withered means, right? Then the Marcia Senses album came out, which we'll get into what that means. But y'all know that means to hold on to something that's, not alive. But his next talk. So he's in the woods, January 31st. These woods look a little familiar. I'm going to play this video. January 31st, he's in the woods. And look what he says. A random goodbye for some reason. This is at 1 in the morning he posted this video. Changed the theme to custom. Then he came back February 4th to announce the Withered album out April 25th. And the rollout starts this Friday with One More Dance. Let's go crazy. It's finally time. So do y'all see what's happening here? So it's January 31st and he's working on his album Withered right now. And the rollout song to Withered is The Last Dance, which he's putting the body in the trunk. It's like this whole thing is a story the more and more you go on. And I'm going to show you guys that. Hold on. I'm going to check the dates and stuff when this came out. Look, this is the One Last Dance for people that don't believe me and think I'm tripping. And to be honest, he didn't write music like this. Like, he was always a gory person, but he didn't write music like this that make you think, what the heck you doing? Till around this time. Now, he did release Romantic Homicide 2 years prior, which was talking about the back of my mind. I got something on the back of my mind. He must have had a little itch in the back of his mind. But anyways, this video, look at the date on that. February 6th, it was uploaded to YouTube. Okay. So remember, this is just the rollout to Withered. The album Withered he's working on. That he ends up going to a tour for. He drops the album in April. Steve Fisher said he left on a tour bus in July. Celeste was found in September. He had to come back around late September. We're gonna go through the timelines. But anyways, one more dance. He's working on his Withered album, alright? Withered Deluxe. And you know what's crazy, guys? This is where he's playing with us right here. The album comes out on the 19th, but look at all the dates he posts it on. This was posted on the 7th. You see that, guys? I'm gonna show y'all another gem. What's up, Eurisha? This is another gem that I guarantee he did this on purpose. Check this out, gang. So this album came out on the 19th. We moving a little ahead of ourselves because now we're on the deluxe. This is after he dropped the Withered. But as you can see, it don't come out to the 19th, but he keeps announcing it on the 7th. Do you know what the 7th is? Celeste's birthday. Not only the cover, the girl in the back allegedly got pigtails, throwing up the peace, tattoo on her finger. We already know the whole story. 10 on her t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? But he goes and posts right after that. Look what he said, guys. 6-7. Y'all know what 6-7 is, right? It's a religion. When you... It's some type of religion. Skrilla, you know, talked about it before. The rapper Skrilla, where you're pretty much sacrificing, like, doing evil for good things to happen to you. You pretty much selling out. And that's why that meme 6-7 started to blow up, and the kids was saying it, but nobody even knew what it meant, and they didn't want to really tell kids what it meant. It was, you know, I'm gonna break it down real quick for you. 6-7 meaning. The term 6-7 is, they probably don't even know what it is. Hold on. Hold on, I'm going to show you guys in 1 second, but watch this, guys. So he also gets on Fortnite. Same date, September 6th. Look at this, guys. This is how the deluxe sounds, by the way. See, we moving a little bit too fast. We're going to go back in a second. I just want to show you him saying this 6-7 thing. Or is it even on here? Oh, it's right here. I'm burnt, guys. And look, these people on Fortnite are all kids. They're burnt.
6-7, 6-7, 6-7.
They don't even know why he's saying this. Who can screenshot at 67 likes? Also, why am I speaking in third person?
6-7.
September 6th, September 7th, his Fortnite skin comes out. September 7th is Celeste's birthday also, right? But like I said, 6-7 also represents this religion where you sell your soul, do evil, and you get riches and shit like that. Yes, we just getting started.
6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7.
Why you think he's so excited
6-7.
about his skin coming out on that date on 6-7?
6-7.
Cause he's
6-7.
evil.
7.
Allegedly.
6-7, 6-7, 6-7.
Hold on. It's even hard to find the true meaning of this shit, guys. That's crazy.
6-7 represent. You just represent my brain. Shades on. I'm going with
Hold on.
glasses. You see her?
Oh, it's right here,
You
guys.
mentioned your religion. What religion exactly do you represent?
I'm a Santo.
It's Santo. Yep.
What's that mean exactly? I like sacrificing goats and all that shit. That shit not just for like, that's real life. You sacrificed a goat? I sacrifice goats, chickens, mice. Like, I do shit for certain shit though. Like, I'm not allowed to explain it how you want me to explain it. I think how you want me to explain it, but yeah. Like that. Google? You could Google it, but it ain't gonna explain it.
This nigga's hitting and freaking whip it.
You could try to do your research though. I don't even know what you find out though, bro.
You mentioned your religion. What religion exactly do you represent?
Crazy, y'all. So that's what 6'7" means, and he made the meme go viral and had all the kids saying it. Skrilla. But anyways, let's get back into this. So I just say that to say this. How do y'all think it's a coincidence how the album don't come out till September 19th? But when did he drop this post? September 6th, I bet. Ready? September 7th, y'all. 6/7. Celeste's birthday. Why does he keep announcing it on the 7th? But this is his deluxe album that he ends up making after the Withered. Let's get back to this Withered album real quick. So that's the creepy deluxe album that he made, we all know of. See, he goes on tour August 5, his first tour date. The bus comes and gets him July. So let's go back to the Discord. Y'all ready? So he said, like I said, this is a little alarming. January 31st, he's in the woods. He says goodbye. Don't know what that means. He's saying goodbye to something, guys. Now it's February 4th the next time he's back. Now remember these timelines. I think something might have happened from January 1st to this time where he's in this woods. Now February 4th, he's giving you guys the announcement first. Withered the album out April 25th. So I think he already had the album to talk about what he already did and went through. And then the deluxe comes a little bit after. So Withered, the album is out April 25th. Rollout starts this Friday with One More Dance. That's the video I just showed y'all. They're riding around with the guy in the trunk. Who in here got some vinyl at February 6th, he said, 2 days after? Who in here got some vinyl or CD? He promotes the hell out of these songs. It's lit. One More Dance tonight. So he's still promoting that album when he's driving around in that car. Right? All this, his music and all that is new to me. One More Dance. Look, he's posting this back to back, y'all. This is why I said I believe he was so involved with the internet. That's why he was on Discord since a child. Bunch of accounts, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. And then he had to get into it more to promote his music and all that. One second, y'all. Hello? Hey, what's up? Yeah, come by in like 10 minutes, alright? Alright. Alright. Jesus. Alright, one more dance video in a few hours. So he's still promoting this one more dance video. Lore expansion, he's saying. Okay. And that's the One More Dance. So this is the single, y'all could say, the rollout to Withered, the album Withered, that he's about to leave on tour to go on a world tour and, you know, promote. So next video, One More Dance out everywhere. Let me know if you like it. Tomorrow I'm doing a live Twitch concert with all these hits. Be there and keep checking my story tomorrow. This was February 8th at 12:42 p.m. He posted the Withered album cover again. So the Withered album cover, not as creative as the deluxe. He's laying in a bunch of flowers. Okay. One More Dance. Oh, we seeing this. Roblox concert with my mom right now. Pull up. Okay, February 8th, he drops the thing again. We playing Squid Games now if y'all wanna join. Let me show y'all something real quick in the one more dance video. Why I think it was around this time. I'm gonna show you guys the where it says the date, January 25th for some reason in the video. So when did this video exactly come out? So let's keep this in mind because this is all part of the timeline. February 7th. What's going on in this video? They literally go into a Home Depot. Now I'm wondering why the date was January 29, but you know this was dropped on February 7th. Who knows? But you know D4VD sometimes maybe there's a little something to it. Allegedly. So this the rollout song to Withered on February 7th. So let's get this clear right now, chat, before we keep going on this chat, on the group chat. If she was last seen in his camera, in his photo album, June 2nd, okay, that's when she was last seen. He had a camera with over 1,000 photos, a lot of pictures of Celeste. After June 2nd, she was not seen no more, allegedly. When do you think something happened to her? Then February 7th, he's already releasing the One More Dance video. Where it shows the person in the trunk, He's working on the Withered album. So did he have this alleged creative, support or this idea from, a sick thought or something? Happy birthday. I also find it weird how he keeps using her birthday to announce not the Withered album, because the Withered album dropped too early. The Withered album dropped first, but the Marsensis album. You see, I just showed you guys Twitter. He posted it on the 6th. No, he posted on the 7th, her exact birthday, when it wasn't coming out till the 19th. He did the same on Instagram. He posted it on the 6th. Then he says 6th, 7th, and it still don't come out till the 19th. I think he's obviously telling us something there. But hold up, there's a lot more. We just getting warmed up with these group chats. So now it's gonna get spicier. I was actually thinking, did he delete did he make his chat room like right after Celeste was gone or what? Allegedly. Cause why January 13th? All of a sudden you starting this Instagram chat. You know what I'm saying? If you was making music way before that. Like I seen a lot of people expose his Discord and they looking 2-3 years back. Which I think it's a little bit too far back, but you get to see what he's really about and all that. But this one, he created January 13th and Mwahaha. And the first name, it was 4. It's about that time. It's like he did his plan or something. But anyways, guys, it gets better. Oh, you said the same thing I said. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say in this video right here. What I'm going to show you, these messages that he posts and the stuff he does, it lines up with what he's saying in the album. The names, the songs, the videos. Now that I got all the dates and everything in order, and I know when he released it, when it came out, it really does line up. So that, guess what he's singing when he says goodbye right there? One Last Dance. Unfortunately, I gotta play it on here. I can't play too much because my thing will die. We'll get copyright. But he's in the woods screaming One Last Dance. January 13, not screaming, singing it. January 31, then he says goodbye. Alright, here it is, guys. So y'all know I ain't BSing. Look, I can't even... This is what it looks like if I go through Instagram on my phone. But if I do it on there, it won't let me. the snow. So he's in the middle of the woods singing that song. But wait, he leaves an emoji, a meme in the middle of the woods too. That's a little weird. Ready? Let's go. One more dance out everywhere. Yep, we seen this. He's trying to promote his Twitch now. Making songs and covers right now. Pull up. Cooking with Benny. So this is around the time, February 11th. Remember he went up the street to Benny Boom's house? Like I said, everything he did in his life is documented here. Look, February 13th, he literally got a post for every day. And it's more easier to like pinpoint it with the dates and all that stuff than on Discord a little bit. Now, come. By the way, this is his avatar, the Hello Kitty right here with the fire behind it. So this is him talking. So this is around the time he drops the Atami shirts, guys. Well, he called it Atami shirts, the t-shirts with the blood on it. Ready? Don't forget, y'all, hit that like button. Don't be shy. If you ain't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Your name will pop up on the screen. Yes, very. Yes. Watch, I got some more shit. Look at him in the shower with Hello Kitty pajamas. That's why I'm saying, did something happen around this time? Direct link. This is to One Last Dance. He keeps promoting that damn song, One Last Dance. Don't let him sell out on you. My army must arise. Now he's saying we are all a Tommy with the demon emoji. And you know what's crazy? I'm going to show you in one of these tweets. He also says that Tommy died after the deluxe album. And there's no more. And he says it just like this. There's no more, what's he said? Plots for you to expect. Plot holes to expect. I'm like, what? I'm going to show y'all that. But let's keep going, y'all. So we're all a Tommy. Whatever that means. Then he's in the shower, what, crying? Guess the feature for a cookie. It's not Billy, by the way. Streaming reaction to Kali's song. Pull up. Yeah, we on March 2nd now, guys. Chat, do we think crashing is fine enough to make TikToks too? I need to see more of the foreheads making TikToks to this. No cap. Because if I have to stop making thirst traps, I mean, you're going to make me do it. What? Then he shows his little booty. Now look at this picture, guys. What's this remind you of? Look at the number 2 emoji too. It's the flower withering. How did he even get 459 people to send that emoji? But that's the meme I was talking about that looks like him in the woods. Yes, back in the woods. And how relevant is the woods now? Like I said, back then when he was posting this, it was all fun and games. He didn't know it was going to come back and bite him in his ass. Not to mention, you can't even see this unless you on your freaking phone in his chat room. So what was the reason of posting that for? That minion with his glasses on, just looking, thinking, and then everybody's posting the withered rose. Like I said, he's making the album Withered right now. He's going through these emotions that's on Withered. Right? Yes, that's the single to Withered. Wait till we get to the single to the other video. Celeste. He makes a lot of big digital footprint, man. When he went through his SoundCloud, his song Celeste says #RIP Celeste. That was a bonus on the deluxe. But we gonna keep going, yo. So, it gets even more deeper. You and I vibes. Let's go cray cray with the TikTok. So he's telling everybody to make a TikTok of the song One Last Dance so it can go a little bit more viral, I guess. He's dying to go viral. We approaching game time. No Cardi shizzle. That means he's about to drop his record. Playboy Cardi he's referring to. He always says he's gonna drop music, but he never does. Playboy Cardi. So I believe he's saying no Cardi shizzle, like the music's coming. Then he said we dropping. This is his next single. Who has listened to What Are You Waiting For? I need to know who my real ones are. Thank you for the B-Day wishes. Big shizzle. We in March 29th now. Finishing the music video on Twitch right now. Bonus tracks, baby. I was wondering what this means right here, guys. Bonus tracks, baby. Remember what I told y'all? Then he put up the 2 YVL. It could just mean peace. I don't know. You're gonna need them for tour. The bloody t-shirts come back. He's dropping the link to get the bloody t-shirts. I also find it weird he made a batch of the bloody t-shirts in February and then again in March. Is that weird, y'all? So he drops this right here. This is all his tours. Holy crap. Look at all the dates he was scheduled to tour, guys. Holy. Look at Berkeley, Cali, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky. That's crazy. That man had like 100 tour dates, bro. He's saying, respond to this, what cities you can cover. Let me know. What? Look, this might be important, it might not be. Pull up, gang. May 28th, he posts a picture of a female. Have you guys heard of this woman yet? Her name is Elisa. So I'm thinking, like the timeline, Celeste most likely probably not around, allegedly. Especially he making music, streaming and stuff with another chick, right or wrong. Which she hasn't been seen since January 2nd, let's not forget. This is the link to the lyrics of the new song. Learn them all before the song comes out. LOL, June 27th. My beautiful angels. Isn't Always Love such an amazing song? Chatting about Always Love. Pull up. This is when he was with Jason. Me and Jason Ween or whatever. I wanted to show y'all something. So these right here are pinned videos. The last thing he posted was this also, guys. And he posted this on Celeste's birthday. This is his Instagram. Is that a coincidence? The last thing he posted on Twitter was the same thing on Celeste's birthday. So these were pinned, so they were already posted before. See, April 21. This one was February 4th. So you see his album was set to drop April 23rd. So I believe whatever he went through before April is what made him rap about Withered. in April, correct? So this is his latest post. 6/7. His latest post, September 7th. And he's promoting, y'all know, the deluxe album. But wait till we get there. There was also a couple of things in here I wanted to show y'all. Look at this Hello Kitty, y'all. I finally met Hello Kitty. July 12th. Oh shoot, there's a little slide to this. Who's this? What the frick? Oh, hey, look at him with all these chicks. Look, then he got her wig too. What? This guy is crazy, gang. I believe so. I didn't do too much research on her. Holy. Look, me, because my deluxe is almost finished and it sounds awesome and cool and amazing and stuff or whatever, but you probably don't care. This was his deluxe around June 16. He starts working on the deluxe. Now remember, he starts working on the deluxe. What's the deluxe called, chat? Marcensence. Now on Twitter, he said I was on tour after I dropped my album. And I wouldn't advise nobody to do this. I'll show you guys the tweet. He says, but I dropped a random album with 14 tracks. That number 14 stuck out to me a little bit. Dropped a random deluxe album, 14 tracks, out the middle of nowhere, and called it Marcescence. What do y'all think about that? Frick. Let me get the exact name. Hold on, boys. There we go. Marcescence. This definition is going to blow y'all away. So his first album was Withered, which he dropped in April, which means he was working on it from December, January, February. You know what I'm saying? Withered, something that, like he says, decay, passes away. Now, what's Marcescence he ends up dropping while he's on tour is the biblical term for natural phenomenon. What is he waiting for? A natural phenomenon to happen? Where dead and dried plant parts, such as leaves, remain attached to the plant instead of falling off in the autumn. The word Marcescence comes from the meaning to fade. The phenomenon commonly occurs in certain delicious trees, especially various species of oaks and American beech trees. Look at this. A band of cells that normally forms at the base of the leaf stem in autumn to allow the leaf to detach easily does not fully develop until the following spring. Holy. This guy's something else. Oh, let me show you what he posted about decay and all that. Mind you, what happened? Neighbors complain. Let's go over the dates again, guys. Celeste was last seen. So April 5th, 2024, her mom put out the flyer. That means she already ran away previously amount of times. It looks like 9/8 she was seen arguing with her neighbors, her family said. So you know what I'm thinking? Her birthday's the 7th. She must have been with her family for her birthday, which is kind of sad because 9/7/24 she was with her family for her birthday. 9/7/25 she was found, you know, unalive. It was 9/8 actually. That's kind of sad. And didn't we see a message with allegedly it said, I know you want to go home and see your mom, something of that nature. But September 8th, she's seen arguing with the neighbors near her house. Sounds about right. She probably was home for her B-day. January 2nd, Celeste last seen in the hoodie in David's camera that was later confiscated for evidence. Now some fun facts. January 3rd. Hello?
Hey, I was just starting to walk over to your house. I was making sure it was cool.
Alright, come by. Alright. January 3rd, David takes a pic with his camera that was found by PI with hoodie on floor. Looks like Celeste hoodie. January 19, random home inspection took place. Burn cage and chainsaw was not there. PI believes it arrived afterwards. Neighbors complain of smell of DK. Allegedly, May 16, they allegedly seen D4VD's Tesla move up the street. Mind you, he hasn't even left yet. Now, 7:29, suspect gets on tour bus and starts tour. After PI said last people move car up the street and leave. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this DK part real quick. Hold on. I got people coming by like crazy. Right here, guys. Ready? Look. April 30th. Y'all see that date? Let's stick with the timelines. April 30th. He's talking about DK. What's DKing? Late February, your neighbors are talking about a bad smell. Mind you, he's still around in this time. He didn't go on tour till Steve Fisher told us that they went on tour July 29th, was it? And then right when he went on tour, the people were seen moving the car up the street. The suspects. And that's how he knew there was more than one. Alright, so let me read the rest of this stuff, guys. So he's with Jason Ween. They start getting a little fruity. Digging my butt. What? Haha, love you. See you in the morning. Hug me back. I love you all. This is his other Instagram account, Extra David. I love the beach. We should all go to the beach together. He starts ranting. We should all go to the beach together, film one big music video, make a short film. Sounds like what he did with his deluxe. Have all the fans be the actors. Would be lit. I'll bring my cameras. So that was the camera, I'm assuming, that got confiscated, that he had over 1,000 pictures on. And Celeste was on there, but last seen on the 2nd of January. Then he posts on the 3rd of January, I'm going to show y'all to his TikTok, with her hoodie on the floor that she was seen wearing. Let me let this guy in. And shit, what you looking for? Gonna be some fun stuff. KK, I'm gonna go finish these last 2 songs, then go to sleep. Alright guys, now I got some audio of him after he said this July 23. He's talking about how he's off some drugs, using his words. Right? Why didn't he just give her money and tell her, go buy your own hoodie? He really had her, they both wearing the same hoodie, hand-me-downs and stuff. Like, what the heck? You're rich, dude. So I want you guys to hear David intoxicated. Why was he intoxicated around this time? Who knows? Let me just pull it. Alright, so right here we at the Superman picture. Let me play this audio. What you up to tonight?
Just chilling, you
Oh yeah, how was work?
I work at Chick-fil-A, so imagine being at Taco Bell, but with more organization.
Right, more busier.
More organization.
Oh, y'all my slimes, bro. Y'all my girls. I love y'all so much, man. A lot of new stuff coming. I told you, when I get the 30K in here, it's about to be so lit. Y'all better get some.
Guys, this is January 29th, actually. I forgot to post these in the Discord because they're voice messages.
Hijacked, you feel me? Yeah, share it to your friends, share it to your family, share it to your dog. Like, let's get 30 people in here. Let's get 30 people in here.
Let's get 30 people in here, he said. So back then, January 29th, he didn't even have 30 people in his chat. He definitely wasn't expecting this shit to go viral. This is the next message. Listen.
Before I go to sleep.
Before he goes to bed.
Off the drugs. I need y'all to go to my latest TikTok. And I need y'all to go use that sound. That's the main chorus of the sound circle, you know what I'm saying?
One
Give
last
y'all
dance.
what y'all want. I know what y'all want. I know what y'all want. I'm not going to say what it is, but I know what y'all want. So go to my TikTok. The latest TikTok I just posted, I'm in the beach, I'm spinning around. Go use that sound, make a lovey-dovey TikToks too, you know what I'm saying? If you got a girlfriend, you got a boyfriend, kiss them up, do whatever you want to do. Use that sound, you know what I'm saying? Love y'all, good night. Bye, see y'all tomorrow.
Ferret popped up out of nowhere. Yo, he sounds like he was... He said it himself. He took something, right? Look, guys, that was the 19th. I didn't upload in the Discord because there was a voice chat. Look what's the next video after that. He's in the woods and he says goodbye. But anyways, let's get back to the Superman. We're right at the end, guys. Let me go get this now. Thanks for keeping me company. New deluxe song on the way. This one is so good. Might be the top 10 D4VD. I wonder why it's so good. Now he's making music with allegedly females on this project, the deluxe. Well, he did on the other one also. Fortnite collab song, yeah. Last thing he posted, y'all. Even on his group chat, the last thing he posted, which I can't show y'all on here unless it's through the Discord, was on September 7th. Oh, it says it right here, guys. Celeste's birthday. To advertise for something that comes out the September 19th. Does that make sense, chat? What rapper does their album 3 weeks in advance? It's usually 2-3 days. Look, I don't even got to show y'all the date because y'all can see the date right here. September 7th. That's the last thing he said in his chat. Something's up, bro. The last thing you said in your chat, you posted this on the 7th. The last thing you said on your Twitter. Hold on. Last thing you said on your Twitter, bro. Same thing. You posted this on the 7th. September 7th, 2025. Come on, bro. Last thing on your TikTok. I believe is also the same ball. Look, last thing on his TikTok, guys. He actually did this one. No, 9/7. Whoa, that blows my mind. He posted everything on the 7th. That's crazy, bro. That's the alleged girl who passed away's birthday, watch. And it also goes around 6/7. You know 6/7's like an evil number. It's another kind of cult. 6/7. Marcia's sentence. Look, he describes Marcia's sentence, chat, as the state where flowers or trees keep their leaves and petals even after they are no longer alive. Does that sound like what he did? he kept something that was no longer alive, something attached to it. It's just getting crazy, y'all. The more research I do. We're about to wrap this up. Hold on, y'all. So let's check a couple of his latest TikTok videos. So this is his Twitter. Remember, you think he posted a lot of personal stuff to his Twitter, especially when he only had 20, 30 followers. Look at some of the stuff he said. I forgot what he said on Twitter too, but look, now I remember. Okay, I'm in love with. Good news, Deluxe turned in and the cover art is done, and I'm done dropping the track list and features. Also, the deluxe album had 14 songs, which I think is a coincidence. Look, deluxe update. I know you are all excited right now, and so am I. So August 6, 2025, chat, he's already talking about dropping the deluxe. The Mars Ascensance, after you hold on to something that's unalive. Dropping 14 new songs with no promo at the middle. This is the tweet I wanted to show y'all. Of the tour isn't the best idea, no matter how much I want to. I want to give you guys everything, but I also need to set up a rollout better than the Withered rollout, because these songs are undoubtedly my best work. Why is that? So I'm delaying it to next month. Why are you delaying it? More singles and a proper release is due to make sure these songs stick with you guys how I want them to. Now listen to what he says. I also need to expand the lore on how my alter ego with Tommy dies. Think there might be some meaning to this. Why does his alter ego with Tommy die? So there are no plot holes, he says, as I begin writing for the album to come after the deluxe. That makes perfect sense to me. He's saying that in this deluxe, that's pretty much to the T, talking about everything he's going through. It's gonna be the end of a Tommy. Dies somehow in it, and then there's gonna be no more. What does he say? Plot holes coming up in the next album, which we've been, going through all this last couple albums, is potholes and shit. No plot holes, he called them. Right or wrong, y'all, a bunch of plot holes. Who does this look like, chat? Ain't David Brown? Why he got an Asian dude on a tree? Early August, we finally eat. Sorry if I've been quiet about the release, but it's genuinely is the coolest deluxe mixtape ever and almost rivals Petals to Thorns in terms of raw expression. Every song written exclusive by me. So he did the concept, everything. The label had no say into what happened in these albums, and we can tell. It's like before, he was so attached to the internet. Like I told y'all, he grew up on the internet. Homeschool, that's all he knows. The last thing he posted was, that album, like September 7th. And it's like, the lawyer's like, don't post nothing else. And that was the only thing that might have stopped him. And I don't doubt if he's on another account, probably watching everything, but not talking. And there's even some saying that there was a voice of somebody that sounded like him, arguing with people. Yup, music was spooky. Especially when all this comes out, it's gonna get real spooky. This is the end of his Twitter. Hold on. Look at this, guys. This is how the deluxe sounds, by the way. Do y'all guys think it's weird for him to say the deluxe out of everything? This is how the deluxe sounds. Look at the Hello Kitty. Oh, shit. Withered released May 30 bonus track. So you see, Withered came out first, which makes perfectly sense, right? Withered, something withering, decay. He even posted on Twitter, decay in April. Then he posts out Marcescence, whatever, his next deluxe. He says he just put out while he was randomly on tour, which wasn't the brightest idea. I wonder why you did that. And that means to hold on to something, to attach yourself to something that already has passed away. And also, look at these red string theories in the beginning of his Twitter. He was promoting that in the beginning of his album. Watch this. And is it a coincidence that all these songs, guys, came out after January 1st, 2025? That's also the last thing I want to leave y'all with. Look at the other songs he made before then. Romantic Homicide. That was just about he had something on the back of his mind. He's not driving around doing donuts with somebody in his trunk. That video didn't come out till February 7th. I wonder where he got the idea for that. I see what I'm saying now. He opened, let's see, way back. Alright, let's get it. That's about it. Look, January 5th, guys. He had these shirts out. Soon to come. Ready? Look. When exactly was this, chat? February 13th. That's when I think the first time he ever made these shirts with the handprints, the fake alleged blood on it. February 13th is the first time he made these bloody shirts and started to sell them. Keep that in your head too with the timeline. Y'all know what I'm saying? And look at this. I think this is all like red string theory stuff right here. This is the album for Withered. You see the flower dying? And I believe these are red strings, guys. They're what he's always talking about. If you're born and you belong with somebody else, he allegedly says there's this invisible string connecting you to them that will ultimately lead you to them. I don't know how true that is, but that's what he talks about.
It's a string theory.
Yeah, that's what it is, right?
Yeah,
Let me look at
that's
it.
what they say about the universe, the string theory. How every different universe is connected, like in a string.
Yeah.
So like what happens here affects that universe, and then that universe affects the next one, next one, next one, next one. They're all connected.
Then it would be like the time would be like linear, like some people say. There's no past, future, or present. It's all one, probably, right?
I mean, physics says that you can that time travel is possible. So there has to be some kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Past, present, future. It's all record keeping. Time doesn't exist. So past, present, future is just a way for you to keep track of your life.
If y'all guys want, y'all can go check yourself on Instagram. Make sure you use your phone. Y'all can go look at the channel yourself if y'all want. Very, like, some important stuff on these things. So February 13, he was putting out these t-shirts, selling them. Right around the timeline, no? February